Shannon Collins is a mother of three and an avid reader. She was an elementary school teacher for 18 years before becoming the English Language Arts and Preschool Education Consultant for New Frontiers School Board. With no further ado, give it up to Shannon Collins.
Thank you. I'm so happy to be here to share with you the story by Canadian author and illustrator Barbara Reid. Barbara Reid, so she wrote the story and she made all the illustrations using art form, using some plasticine. So I'm reading this story today with permission from Scholastic, and it is called Picture a Tree. It is a story about looking at trees through the seasons. So I'm going to share the story. There is more than one way to picture a tree. You may see a drawing on the sky, a game of dress up. I love this page, the way all the trees look like the tops of the heads of the people. The first drops of color, then all the art supplies at once. A tunnel or an ocean. A tree can be a high-rise home sweet home. A pirate ship, a bear cave, a clubhouse, a friend. Some trees are sun umbrellas. On the hot walk home. There are baby trees, in-betweens, grown-ups, grandfathers. You may see the end of one thing or the start of something new. This page is really special too. Look at the reflection in the water. You see the dog and the leaf, and it says that you may see the end of one thing or the start of something new. And when you look at the reflection, it looks a little different. Let's look at it from the other side. The reflection of the child in a school uniform. The end of one thing, the end of summer, and the start of something new, the school season. A wild goodbye party. A glow in the darkness. Or skeletons. Some trees put on snowsuits. Every winter tree holds spring. Can you see the winter tree holding spring in this picture? See the buds on the tree? Every winter tree holds spring, sleeping like a baby. Picture a tree. What do you see? Come back to our video here and say, wasn't that a great story? And aren't those plasticine pictures so fantastic? So much fine detail to help the story come alive. If you'd like to learn more about Barbara Reid and how she does their plasticine art, you can click on the link below to see some of her videos with her work in action. It can be really fun to just sit quietly, look out a window and look at a tree and just watch nature. We don't usually have lots of time for that with our busy schedules, but these days we do have time for that. So I encourage you to try it. I want you to find a window in your house that overlooks a tree that you can look at. And if you don't have a tree in your view, that's okay. Just find a window that has an interesting view. And while you're looking out the window, I want you to think about, what do you see? If you can open the window, I want you to also think about, what do you hear? Is there any scent that you smell? Just last week, I was looking out the window of my back deck at my tree in the backyard, and this is what I saw. Share my screen to show you what I saw. I saw a woodpecker hammering away looking for insects and a squirrel jumping along the branches. At one point, the squirrel got so close to the woodpecker that it flapped open his wings to scare the squirrel away. So when I saw that, I decided to write a poem about it. And I wrote a list poem. I'm going to tell you about list poems. A list poem is so easy to write. All you need to do is write some words or short phrases down in a list the same way you would write a grocery list. It doesn't even have to rhyme. Here's mine that I wrote. Looking out my window, I see my neighbor's house, a swing set, a bare tree, a woodpecker hammering, tuck, 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 and a squirrel scurrying swiftly up and down the branches. I'd like to challenge you to look out a window and use your senses to observe what you notice. Draw a picture of what you see out the window. And if you're up for a bigger challenge, try writing a list poem like I did. You can start with the phrase, looking out my window, I see. For my poem, I wrote it in the middle of this paper and I drew my picture around it. You might choose to do a picture on one page and your poem on another page, whatever you'd like. I would love to see your pictures and I would be so excited to read your poems that you write. So if you can get a parent to send in either by scanning it in or taking a photo of it and sending it to us, I'd be so excited to see all about it and learn about the view from your window. So have fun, and thanks for sharing story time with me today.